different phone. All right. Hi, everyone watching. This is my second attempt. Why does that look weird? Hold up. Huh. Using a different phone. I don't know about the camera quality on this. Huh. I wonder if I can change that. You know what? Let me turn the sound off my notifications. Because that's the first thing everyone wants to hear. Everyone wants to hear my phone ring. Alrighty. So what we have here is making Shattered Glass Starsaber from Power of the Prime Starscream and using TF1 Optimus Prime's head, the Studio Series Deluxe figure. So, I'm basing the colors off the official Shattered Glass Starsaber toy. Granted, the proportions are marginally different, such as these pillars right here on the actual shoulders, and the shoulders are black. Maybe later I'll pull up a picture. Oh, hi, Drift. Welcome. Happy belated Thanksgiving. I didn't do any posts yesterday. Sorry about that. Yeah. So here we have Shattered Glass Starsaber so far. On the official figure, he has like a golden dot on his knee. Or maybe it's yellow. Anyway, so I'm just going to paint his kneecaps gold. Originally, I bought this Starscream so I could make a Sentinel Prime from him, but then I put this Optimus head on. It's like, oh, Starsaber. So yeah, giving him the golden knee treatment. How are y'all doing? How is everybody? In case you haven't noticed, I'm really good at getting red paint everywhere. It's one of my special hidden talents. If I could, I'd get the gold medal in spreading red paint. This is a little impromptu live stream. Someone messaged me and said, "Hey, I miss your custom live streams." Like, really? Cool. And I know I made the promise to finish Shattered Glass Soundwave, but I'm not gonna lie, I turned that Shattered Glass Soundwave customs into different figures already. I'm doing pretty good, Drift. I am doing pretty good. How about yourself? How are you doing, man? Let's use a different brush. Gotta love the new brushes. Alright, let's see. Oh wait, hold up. I opened up this pack already. Ooh, that's soft. Nothing like soft new brushes after using the same ones for 2 years. Oh, well, thank you, Vector. I appreciate that. So you say creativity. I think my favorite custom that I've done this year, off camera, is Shattered Glass Tailgate, made from Age of Extinction Lockdown, and using Kingdom Slammer, using Kingdom Slammer's head. This is probably one of my favorite customs this past year. So thank you. I really appreciate that. Actually, I did a few customs that I want to say proud of, but I really like. Maybe I should do like a custom ketchup. Oh, you're quite welcome, Drift. I'm glad you're doing well, man. All right, let's see if I mess this up, shall we? Oh, no. So far, so good. All right. Yeah. All right, that wasn't so bad. Now time to just glob that on there. So I think it's about time I get some new golden paint because it has been really globby lately. I don't know if that's a sign to get new paint, but I really think it's a sign that I need to get some new paint. Now remember, when you're painting, there are no mistakes, just happy little accidents. Like right there. Say happy little accident. Now we're just gonna paint that kneecap gold. Yeah, there we go. It's a nice shiny golden kneecap. Yeah. Well, I apologize that I have not been doing live streams or working on many customs lately. Work has been pretty busy the past couple of months. At my job, a coworker quit recently, and I'm having to. For those that don't know, I work in the oil field. Ooh, and I'm a line locator. So, us line locators, we have our areas that we work in. So, after this one guy quit, I'm having to work in my area and his area. Thankfully, though, it hasn't been too crazy busy. But after the elections, it's starting to pick up. So, hopefully, we get someone in soon to cover that other area because it's starting to get pretty busy. Yeah. Hope I'm not trauma dumping. Let's see. So one thing that's funny about this character that I'm painting, Shattered Glass Starsaber. In the original Japanese continuity, Starsaber's this really awesome dude. Oh. All right. What are my opinions on Skybound? I don't really buy comic books. Um, but one of my friends was screen sharing like the first 4 issues or five, 4 or 5 issues, and I thought they were pretty good. I normally don't get into comics, but I liked what I saw. I think it's pretty cool so far. I really like how they're already implement. Spoiler alert. I really like how they're already implementing GI Joe in with Transformers. That's pretty cool. Um, yeah, but back to this guy. So in the original Japanese cartoon, Star Saber is this really awesome swordsman, the greatest swordsman in the galaxy. But in Shattered Glass, he just kind of sucks. Like he's really bad at his job, and I think that's probably more relatable. But I'm trying to be nice to this guy. The original writers were not nice to uh, not Starfire, gosh, to Starsaber. So I'm going to be a little nice and give him a big, bulky body. And I did have a sword set aside for him. I'm going to be using the 86 Springer sword. Come on. Just so full of happy little accidents. All right. Whatever you do, do not tell professionals that I didn't prime this. For some reason, people are really big on priming their figures. It's a little weird, bit excessive. I say that even though I do prime some figures. It's better than the IDW 1.0 take on Starsaber. Oh yeah, where he's like some religious zealot. Honestly, that would work better for Shattered Glass. So, in my head canon, um, yeah, I do like Crosshair's idea that the Shattered Glass Autobots are religious zealots. And to me, I think it will be pretty neat if Primus is kind of like Mars, like the god of war. Like Optimus Prime steps on the stage, starts doing sermons. War is holy and righteous. To wage war is an act of love. Or something, some demented, twisted point of view on why they do what they do. So, Starsaber being a religious zealot in Shattered Glass would make more sense, I think. I don't know. I'm not a grand storyteller. Who am I to question uh, IDW guys? Oh, well, speaking of comic books and IDW and Shattered Glass, I was not a fan of the new Shattered Glass comics. Um, kind of kind of boring and depressing. Not at all fun like the original comics. Just like, the war's over, everyone's dead. Ew. It's like, oh, cool. I'm so glad that I'm jumping into this story where all the fun characters are just dead. That's a great starting off point. Like, I get it if you want to tell that story, but it would have been nice to be led into it. There we go. Oh, well, thank you. I used to have really good ideas. Unfortunately, my creativity seems to be fading, seems to be drifting more and more. I don't know. Sometimes I get creative spurts. Unfortunately, I do not take the time to write down my ideas. I feel like, though, if I did write my ideas down, it might be a pretty good list of ideas. Just saying. Not to toot my own horn or anything. right. Yes, unfortunately, me too, though. Gee. Right? Yeah, man. I really miss the old Shattered Glass comics. I wish they were more easily accessible. Actually, I have a couple of online friends. Speaking of accessibility, they hate how Shattered Glass takes repaints of figures. It's like, oh, well, this is actually Shattered Glass. They hate that. Um, but I actually really like it because, it's your collection. Oh, hi, Alex. Welcome. It's your collection. If you want to say a character's this or that, then you have the right to do it. But honestly, I do miss how old Shattered Glass took lesser used figures. Like, hey, this repaint isn't that popular. Let's throw it in our universe. Um, I will say though, I do like how in recent years it's been slightly easier to get Shattered Glass stuff. I am doing Shattered Glass Starsaber. Alex, I Shattered Glass Starsaber. Maybe I should put that in the title. That way I'm not repeating myself. All right. So, yes, Alex, but before you tell me, hey, Shattered Glass Starfighter, or, crap, I can't even say his name. Before you tell me he has a toy, I think his official figure sucks. I'm sorry, it's just not a cool looking figure. No, I'm actually basing the colors off his original toy. Maybe give me a sec. I will go get a screenshot of it real quick. Give me one moment. Be right back. Hi, Douglas. Huh. All right. So here's the official Starsaber figure. Yeah, not really a cool toy. Um, but you got the tan, the gray, the black. So that's what I'm trying to use. And it looks like he has a golden face, so I think I'll use that for this figure. Although I do love some of these other Starsaber designs. I saw one where they took the colors of Death Source and imposed them on Starsaber. I thought that was pretty neat. Now, how do I look at this live feed? Hmm. Oops. All right, let's see. Oh, there we go. Not some those eyes. I think SG Starsaber is just purple, which is pretty lazy. No, it's a scout class toy. Who's the clench colored guy in the background? Ah, well, that is a custom that I started last year of clench, actually. I just need to find a way to make the shoulder pads actually hover above the arms. Another custom that I started this year is making a hot rod from the new Bumblebee, which I don't know. I got mixed feelings on the progress that I've made so far. Obviously, I need to put more work into it. In case you haven't noticed, these are a bunch of customs that I started on and have yet to finish, like Shattered Glass Warpath. Just think I need to finish painting his head and touch up some of the blue, and he should be good. Let's see. Shattered Glass Laserbeak, which is Energon Dive Bomb in Armada Laserbeak colors. Still got to finish him. Cyberverse Lockdown. All sorts of customs that I started. Yes. I am quite talkative, aren't I? If you want to improve the shoulder pads, it's very simple, mate. Oh. Nah. I have a girlfriend. Sorry. One girl is enough for me. All right. Time to get him that golden fit. Well, is there a way to take his head apart? Oh, need to cut it. Oh, man. I miss the days when figures just had a screw on the back of their head. Take it apart that way. Way easier. And some of these figures, you got to take a knife and split their scalp open. Like, hey, look, I know I'm part native, but I don't want to scalp anyone. Do. That is very true. That is well. So there are some Mormons actually that don't have multiple wives. I think it's only a certain group. It's kind of like the vocal majority, where most Mormons only have one wife, but it's that very loud group. It's like, oh, we have many wives. You know, I really like TF1 Optimus's head. I already started painting it, but the faceplate really reminds me of Fall of Cybertron Optimus. Just the curvature to it and the specific lines chosen. All right. I think what I'll do is I will paint the faceplate gold, but keep the metal, like his nose and his eyes. I will keep those gray if I can. If I can avoid painting them, I will try. I don't know about this. Not really feeling it. go. I don't know, maybe it just needs another layer. Yeah, we'll see. Oh, man, that looks even worse on camera. Golly. Really looks like I had a happy accident now, don't it? Um. All right, well, hopefully I can come back and touch up some spots. Yeah, I feel like once I get the gray on there, that might help. We shall see. But yeah. So I don't know about you guys, but I've recently been watching Windigoon's videos, and I guess he started a podcast with Meat Canyon, and I've been watching their videos together. Pretty interesting. Normally, I'm not really a fan of horror, so it's interesting watching those two uh, discuss horror and read creepypastas. Pretty fun. Pretty fun. All right. So I think that might be enough with the gold. Was there anyone else I needed to... Oh, wait. I need to touch up some of his gold. So another custom that I really like that I did this year is this TF1 Sentinel from G-Axis. Um, yeah. Yeah, I really like him. Need to touch up some spots. Since I bought... I think that was my Amazon package. Anyways, as I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted. Since I was able to buy TF1 on YouTube, I've been able to go over the color scheme a bit more. Actually, one of the things that should be arriving today, I ordered a Vector Prime. That way I can swap out the shoulders, because in the movie, Sentinel has pointy shoulders, and these boxy ones just aren't cutting it. So I will see if I can swap out the biceps, or if I'm gonna just have to totally swap out the arms. Which I hope I don't have to totally swap out the arms. So for Shattered Glass Sentinel, I've been doing some thinking. And if he's like kind of a prick in normal stuff, I was thinking, hear me out, what if I just make him like a good guy? in Shattered Glass. I don't know, that might be kind of funny. TF1 Megs and Armada Galvatron colors. Eh. Isn't that just... Isn't Armada Galvatron just more Megatron colors, just like, oh, he has purple thighs, ooh. Alright, let's see. So, yeah, I know that there is a Studio Series Sentinel coming out next year, but that's so far away. I really enjoyed Sentinel in the movie. Even though, yeah, objectively, not objectively, even though, yeah, he is the bad guy. Like, he's the bad guy. Spoiler for a movie that came out and is free to watch on YouTube. I really liked his characterization. What in the hell? It's not a live stream until my phone randomly tries to commit sewer slide. Wait a minute, I'm not monetized. Can I say suicide? I don't know if I'll ever get into Kamen Rider. It's just Power Rangers. All right, well, everyone left. Huh. All right. Yeah, actually the Sentinel Prime has been one of my favorite customs this year. I think it's the shiny blue. It's just so shiny. It's a Tamiya metallic blue. I have a few more customs that I want to do using the color, and hopefully they'll turn out okay. But we shall see. Oh yeah, speaking of happy little accidents, I happenly got some gold paint down here. So that's fun. That's fun. I am also a pro of touching wet paint and spreading it to places that it has no right being. I am really good at that. Even though I'm the one that painted it, so I know where it's wet. Still, somehow my fingies end up in it. Yeah, I think that's good for now. And I'm good at dropping wet paint on the carpet. Well, shoot. Gotta love gravity. It's not a Dredge X97 stream unless I drop my phone or drop the thing I was just painting. So by all accords, this is a wonderful stream. Getting all those checkpoints in. Stay. Stay. Wow, that... Come on. This is normally a pretty sturdy figure. Come on, you've been standing there for 2 months. All right, there we go. Let's see, what else needs gold? So one thing that I very tempted of doing, I ordered the paint for, I want to turn Revenge of the Fallen Sideways into Shattered Glass Ricochet. Which, you know, probably a controversial idea. It's like, oh, why would you turn him into Ricochet? Well, because he looks like a goblin. And I think Shattered Glass Ricochet is a goblin. And also because the shape is very similar to Fall of Cybertron Jazz and Sideswipe. So, yeah. Or the 2012 Fall of Cybertron sound Sideswipe. Not the new one. The new one's better proportioned. Oh, hey, that's cool, Drift. All right. So I think I'm good on the gold for now. Come on. All right. Let's see, what color next? Black or gray? I'm thinking, now, I don't know if I want to go through with this, but I'm thinking about painting some tan on him. Where is my tan? I have some flesh skin tone. Don't know how well that will look, though. Yeah. Yes, well, let's see. I think it's time to go with some gray because he's not gray enough. I don't know. I'm kind of liking how this is turning out. Yeah. Yeah, I'm liking it so far. It's not a real popular mold by any stretch of the imagination. It is objectively not a great toy, but you know, I think for what it is, it's not bad. Actually, one of my favorite customs from a couple of years ago, if I can grab them without knocking everything over. is this Skyquake custom that I made from the mold. I still really like how this turned out, and I think it's a shame that Shapeways closed down, and now you can't get the 3D printed parts from there. So, still, still kind of sad about that. Man, what is with my camera quality? Is there a way to adjust that? How bizarre. Alrighty. Well, how was everyone's Thanksgiving? Mine was pretty good, actually. Got to spend some. When I say some, I mean some. My girlfriend and I were over at my brother's house for just a few hours, so long enough for everyone to still be in a good mood before we left. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes my family get-togethers get a little out of hand. So I like to leave when everyone's still in a good mood. Did you get the combiner? I'm sorry, Drift. What do you mean by did you get the combiner mold head off your custom SG Starsaber? You mean the combiner head that's in his torso? Because I did not take his head off. Yeah, no, I left it on. It's still in his chest. Cause I'm lazy. Not lazy. I just didn't feel the need to remove it. Now, no, I just painted the kneecaps, so watch as I touch the wet golden paint. It is inevitable. Oh. Okay, then. There we go. I will say I have seen some pretty cool customs come from the TF1 Optimus figure. Surprisingly, I haven't seen anyone do clench from him yet. Have you guys seen anyone do a clench from the new Optimus? I kind of want to. I don't know how I feel about this paintbrush. It is very fine tip. It's probably the wrong brush for this job. I don't know. It's probably better for doing the detail stuff. Like, right. Just the tip. Yeah, I'm not really feeling this paintbrush. Proceeds to use it for the next 5 minutes. Yeah, time to use a different brush. That is not the greatest one I got. Let's see, which one of these would be better? Honestly, I wish I could have music going on these live streams without fear of getting copyright stricken. Without the fear of the copyright. But alas, billionaires, these millionaire music makers gotta get more money. Okay. That's better. So how about that election? That was pretty dope. On one of the Discord servers I'm on, someone was saying that people on Twitter were like, "Oh, don't kill yourself," because I guess people are freaking out that Trump won. That's a little bit of an overreaction, I'd think. Just a bit much. So one thing I kind of want to do is, because on the official figure he has wings on his forearms, I kind of want to see if I can find a wing that I can put right there. Um, it's not like it's a super important detail because, again, Shattered Glass Starsaber is essentially a nobody. He's a nothing burger, as the critical drinker says. A nothing burger. Um, yeah, he's kind of a nobody, so I don't know if I should really even be putting in this much consideration, but I want to try and, I don't know, not do justice, but I would like to do something more than just make essentially the commander of the Autobots, in some continuities, some fumbling idiot. I feel like he deserves just slightly more respect than just being a namesake for a dunce. To make these live streams more interesting, should I discuss true crimes? Like my girlfriend used to watch this one lady on TikTok put on makeup. She's talking about unsolved mysteries. Like on December 7th, 1982, Margaret Johnson went for a walk from her car in a local park. The car was found the next day, but Margaret was never discovered. That was until in 2003, the remains of a woman were found in the forest that she was last seen in. Something like that. Tonight on Unsolved Mysteries, we're going to be painting this robot while discussing the gruesome murder of a family. Oh, I'm sorry, Drift. I just now saw your message. What's up? Maybe that's your choice? Was that in reference to Starsaber being a fumbling idiot? Or about the election results? Because, man, I am pumped for Trump. I'm excited. The nation, the inflation going on right now, all the threats of war, like World War III is literally a few minutes away at this point. Because Biden is, man, I'm still pissed about us pulling out of Afghanistan and us losing so many soldiers. Like 13 servicemen and women died during that evac. And then, for some reason, we decided to give the Taliban a list of people that are United States allies. Like, oh, hey, Taliban, we've been fighting you for the better part of 20 years. Here's a list of all of our friends and where they're at. Like the mishandling of. Oh, about doing the podcast. I don't know. I'm not the best at reading. I will say. When I was in high school, we had to do like a news anchor thing. That was one of the video projects. And I was not fond of that at all. I am like, obviously I can read and write. I'm not illiterate. I may act like it sometimes, but I'm not totally illiterate. But when it comes to reading things and saying them out loud, reading aloud, I think that's what it's called. I am just not very good at it. Oh no, I touched the gold paint. Good thing it dried a little. Well, have you guys have yeah, take two. Has anyone watching worked on any customs lately? Anyone work on any customs? No? Just me? Whoa. Why did it take that much paint away? That's horrifying. So I don't know about you guys, but I have a real nasty habit of starting customs and then never finishing them. My girlfriend calls it my dead body collection because it's a bunch. It's getting a little ridiculous. Like my motivation to work on customs can go from like, oh, I'm so stoked to do this to, nah, I'm good. I don't want to do this anymore. It's really, really annoying with how quickly that motivation comes and then leaves. Like there are times I'll obsess about a custom idea for days and weeks. And then when I finally get around to it, it's like, no, I don't want to do it anymore. It's really annoying. Oh, cool. You paint Battletech minis? Nice. Hi, Line Time. How's it going, man? Not in 2 or 3 months. Ah. All right. Well, oh, yeah, I need to finish painting his head. All right. Oh, no. I had a happy little accident. I got some gray in the gold. I feel like that's shaping up a little bit. I don't know. I think maybe the gold sticks out too much. I think what I'll do. Oh, I just painted that. Why'd I touch it? I think I'll add some gold in some other places, like maybe right here in the hip, maybe here in the abs, maybe his tits. Kidding. And then maybe right here, I'll add some gold. That way it's, I don't know, it feels a little random at just his knees and his faceplate. Well, that's good to hear, Lime Time. I am doing, I just touched, I guess it's not wet. That's weird. I guess this gray dries really quickly. I am doing pretty good. Work's been real busy the past few months. But other than that, I am better than I was a year ago, I can say. Um, what's a what's a Mercenaries Kickstarter? There we go. That's starting to look like something. Starting to look. I Okay, so on my end, my camera quality looks a little shoddy. How's it look for y'all? Like, for me, it looks real fuzzy. And it's kind of bugging me because this phone that I'm using has a pretty good camera. So I don't know if I need to go to my settings and change something or if maybe I'm just over analyzing it. Ah, okay. The Battletech Mercenaries kickstarted that Catalyst did. If memory serves, it's to help launch new Battletech productions such as Force Packs, Source Books. Oh, cool. Unfortunately, I never got into Battletech. Is it kind of like Warhammer? I'm assuming. Man, there is a lot of detail on this head. I almost feel bad about painting it all gray. I almost want to do paint some of the details on here. Um, like maybe the antenna or the circle patterns on the side of the head. I almost want to come in and paint those black. There's also some vent details around the helmet. I think those would look good touched up in black. Honestly, I really like it when the designers are able to put in a bunch of detail on the sculpting. That's pretty cool. So I think I'm gonna add the gold trimming. I don't know if you guys can see it, but around its intake right here, there's a raised up piece. And I think around that border, I'll touch that up in gold. I think that might look nice. Hmm. Well, I think that's enough. Oh, I don't know. I'll paint the underside of his head. Oh. So, is anyone looking forward to that new Star Wars show coming out, Skeleton Crew? I think it has potential to be good. Um, I was disappointed by Acolyte. I only saw the first two episodes and it's like, you know what? Not for me. I was also let down by Ahsoka. Um, and Kenobi and Mando season 3 and Book of Boba Fett until Mando showed up. I guess what I'm getting at is Star Wars TV shows as of late just haven't really been registering with me. So I'm cautiously optimistic about Skeleton Crew. I mean, the people that worked on it look like they had fun. So, you know, that's good. Uh, it's good to have fun on set, but hopefully the final product encapsulates that fun and adventure that they had on set. And hopefully it's conveyed to the audience. And is it boring, contrived controversy? Oh, shoot. Why am I so good at messing up? All right. There we go. That's one handsome feller right there. All right. I will be right back. I need to rinse off my paintbrushes. BRB. I'm sorry, I'll be right back. All right, and I'm back. Sorry about that. I don't like to let my brushes sit um, with paint sticking to them very long. I find that it makes it difficult to clean them. All right, the BattleTech does seem like a fun premise. If I was into board games, that would definitely be my jam. Let's see, what else? Yeah, Max Rebo species. It's nice. I will agree. I was pretty excited. I'm like, oh, it's an elephant person. Did I hear that Hasbro stopped funding movies? Yes. Um, who knows? Maybe that'll be a good thing in the long run. Maybe that'll allow for more creatives to get in and to not have so much meddling, meddling, not have so much corporate meddling. It will be nice if we can get some Transformers movies that were like, don't get me wrong, TF1 definitely made for the fans. It would be nice if we got more movies made for the fans. Um, as a kid, obviously, I really enjoyed the Michael Bay films. So it would be nice, though, to get more fan orientated films. So hopefully that allows, I don't know, because you can make a movie for a company without the company funding it. And it's kind of like opening up a restaurant for a restaurant chain. You have to pay for it. And I think that I think that if people were forking over their money and they had more to lose, I think that would allow for better storytelling. I would hope, at least. I would hope that it would allow better storytelling and people who really care about the franchise to let them stand in and tell the story that's something that TF fans have wanted for a while. Like I said, TF1, really good movie. Honestly, I kind of wish it was two movies. Like I really like the dynamic between D16 and Orion Pax. Their brotherly friendship, that it was really well done. I feel like Megatron's descent into becoming Megatron was a little rushed. Um, Again, it's only a 90-minute film, so that's why I wish it was split up into two parts. I feel like that would allow more time for Megatron's hatred. Because when we see Megatron in the film, he's always like the good guy. He never has like, maybe when he jokingly says, I'm gonna kill you, you know, but that's not like out of real hatred, anger. And I feel like going from a guy, yeah, he gets ticked off at his friend. And I say ticked because he doesn't get really pissed off at Orion. He just gets upset with him. I feel like having more time for him to develop and let that anger fester would go a long way with conveying his transformation from a friendly, oh, I'm a friendly miner to I'm going to kill everyone in this city. That's just such a huge whiplash of character of, oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Dreadwing. Please allow me to, I'm going to fucking kill you. It's just, I don't know. I would have liked more. I will say I enjoyed Transformers 1 so much. I wish there was more. So I'm a little sad that there isn't going to be a sequel. I mean, unless there's a show, that would be pretty cool. Yep. Yep. Puffer is Shattered Glass pipes. Regular Shattered Glass is just an isekai. If Shattered Glass was done by the Japanese, it would be I've fallen into I've befriended my enemies in another world. Well, you didn't buy the friendship between Optimus and Megatron in Transformers Prime? I thought that was pretty well done. Is it safe to say that Shattered Glass Starsaber should be a weeb? It's just totally into Japanese culture. And that's why he studied the art of the sword. Oh yeah, I was just reading this manga and I saw they had these cool swords, so I studied the blade. I don't know. Original Shattered Glass had some funny quirks, like Shattered Glass Tailgate was infatuated with humans. He thought they were adorable and wanted to keep them as pets. I think that's a pretty funny characterization. I think Transformers 1 should have been just longer because it was two movies, then how exactly would the first movie? Well, so the first movie, I'm not, dude, you put me on the spot for rewriting a movie. Okay. There are lots of different ways that it could have ended. You could have made a film of just them getting their cogs. You could have just made that the film. Their dynamic was really fun to be part of, or they could have gotten their cogs and sorry, trying to make sure I'm getting all the cracks. The downside of painting black is like, is that black paint or is that a shadow? There are lots of different routes that they could have gone. Honestly, I really hope I saw a rumor that there's going to be a series and it's going to be set to the same continuity as TF1. I hope that's true. I hope that's not a lie because there is a lot of story potential, like with the 13 Primes and the High Guard. Like, hey, we get to see the birth of the Decepticons. That's cool. What were the High Guard like during their time with the Primes? What adventures were the Primes up to? There's a lot going forward, like with, oh, hey, we have our cogs now. We're not slaves for the Quintessons. Um, there's just a lot of story potential, and I hope it gets realized because there are a lot. so much. Like it's the start of a new series. And speaking of series, when are we going to get a studio series Primus from TF1? Because he's in the opening credits. And if we're getting studio series figures from the movie, then we can at least get Primus. Okay, we need a Titan class Primus. And I'm still waiting on Titan class Stratosphere from Rise of the Beast. I gotta put my dead Bumblebee in something. You got mail. Oh. Oh, shoot. So for anyone that remembers my dogs were barking at something, I had an Amazon package come in the mail. Let me get that real quick before Porch Pirate gets it. Thankfully, where I live, I'm not gonna tell you guys where I live. Thankfully, we don't have too many thieves. One sec. Really? You've been over the 13 primes? Huh. Interesting, interesting. Why is that? Why don't you like to hear about the 13 primes? Have they been played out enough? Because as someone who doesn't read the comics, I think they haven't been utilized quite enough. Oh, well, I guess while I have you guys here, so since I'm working on Shattered Glass Starsaber, I will hopefully soon be working on Shattered Glass Jinrai. So, yeah, hopefully, hopefully I can get started on this guy. That should be fun. That'll be fun, I hope. No, they're not. They're not people. Let's see. Where else can I paint black? I see a red part and I want it painted black. There we go. That's better. All right. Let's see if I can get that antenna. You know what? Instead of using a brush, sometimes I will use a little skinny piece of metal. Come. Ah, man. Another happy little accident right there. Darn it. Screw it. I'll just use black. Played out enough, yes. I'd kind of prefer if they kept Cybertron's origins mysterious. It's so ancient, nobody living can recount who built it and for what purpose. Different faiths crop up. Well, myself as a Christian, I like the Primus origin. That's just my own personal preference. There we go. Oh, darn it. Oh, sorry. I am painting the details on. I'm trying to paint the details on the head. And I am failing tremendously. I am not doing a good job. So there's a reason why I don't really do commissions is I'm not really that good at painting. Believe it or not, I'm really not that good at what I do. And B, that whole motivation thing. So I think it would be dope to do commissions for people, but I am just not that good at it. Honestly, the reason why I show off, like if you guys follow me on Instagram, I post lots of pictures behind the scenes. That way I can just show people the process behind it. And I'm hoping it's a way to motivate people to get started because you don't have to be the best at painting. You know, like these paintbrushes were like $5, $6, $7 on Amazon. The paints I use, get them on Amazon. I like to show people that it's good to just have fun and customize. So, yeah. There's one thing to take away from all my customs. It's that if you like what you see, get off your TV and do it. Wait, no, that's Zoom. Bring back Primacron and make him the grand architect of the Transformers race. I think he's underrated as a character, very much cut from the same cloth as Azimuth from Ben 10, being a small, frail, and unassuming creature who's one of the smartest intellects in the universe. Yeah, that is pretty neat. The little guy being the smartest. Well, I think that's not quite done yet. All right. Where is a fine detail brush? Here we go. That looks about right. All right, so like I said, just to bring out some more gold. And this was kind of the color layout I had for when this was going to be Sentinel, is these chest vents. I don't know what you call these. The borders around his nipples. I was going to paint those gold. So I think it's really fitting that I get to do that for Starsaber here. Now, Alex, that's a bit much, don't you think? Alrighty. Shoot, am I painting off camera again? I'm sorry. Yeah, I think it's neat with the Quintessons being false creators. Like they come in, brainwash the population. It's a neat idea. What? Why does Primus suck? Maybe this is too much gold. Whoops. What do you think? Too much? Sorry, I'm really quiet. I just don't know what to talk about. Um, well, I think I'll wrap up this stream here. I'm just touching up gold. I'm painting a nobody character in the blandest color layout imaginable. He's black and gray with some gold highlights. Not really riveting stuff. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Let's face it, gentlemen. I don't know if I'm going to be doing much more custom live streams. I'm finding like even in my day to day, just less and less to talk about. So that's I don't know. I find myself lacking interesting or things to mention. Unless it's self-deprecating, then I got loads to talk about. But I found over the years people don't really like self-deprecating humor too much. Hey, Motion, welcome. Oh, hello, Scrapyard. Oh, thank you, Drift. Well, yeah, I guess I kind of agree with you with it being repetitive. But thing about it, it's been going on for 40 years. You're going to run out of ideas eventually. All right, so I'm going to throw some gold right there. And hopefully, yeah, that kind of ties it together. There we go. Yeah, I kind of like that little gold flare. Hello, Dredge. It's nice to see you. Thank you for the welcoming message. You are most welcome, Motion. Glad to have you here. Who am I painting? Well, since I forgot to mention in the title, for those watching, again, for the 7th time, Shattered Glass Starsaber. I forgot his name for a second. Shattered Glass Starsaber. Just because I hate the official toy, it is not very good. I much prefer if Primus defeating your Cronin. Well, it's funny you mentioned the alternate universe Optimus. One sec. One sec. Have a good one, Alex. So it's funny you mentioned Dead Universe Optimus because I kind of turned mine into a Megatron. Whoops. And then I made an Optimus out of Tarn. Or Bludgeon. Out of Bludgeon. So, yeah. Honestly, I really like these customs. These two. Really like the way they turned out. Alright. Now, where to put gold? I think the piston. Man, I see people paint like the movie figures, and they're so good at putting silver and gold in places. I'm not jealous, but I think it's really there's a lot of really good painters in the TF community. A lot of cool customizers. Huh. I think that's a nice touch. Yep. Yeah. Uh, and then a customizer that I know, he's thought about making an Optimus out of Armada Megatron. So that should be pretty cool. Um, and then on Instagram, I saw a guy make Megatron out of Kingdom Ultra Magnus. And then like the core figure is Megatron, but then with the armor on, it's Galvatron. And oh man, I thought that was so cool. So freaking sweet. It really reminded me of the Power of the Primes Optimus and Hot Rod. Alrighty. Well, I think that's looking pretty decent, especially for a nobody character. I wish I can figure out what I did with this sword. I'm a little disappointed in myself. I totally lost it. I am really disorganized as of late. Intriguing. So, all right. What? Crap! What I dropped? A wheel. Alrighty. Well, I think that'll do her. There. That'll do. So I think I'm done for the night. Don't want to. Oh my goodness! I've almost been streaming for 2 hours. It's crazy. An hour 45. I would like to commission you to make Megatronus Prime in Optronics, aka General. What? Do you want my General Orion packs? Or Drift, what's your idea for General Orion packs? Because that's what this is. This is General Orion packs. Orion packs never got the Matrix. Megatron did, and Optimus was rebuilt. Or not Optimus. Orion was rebuilt. Oh, you made a General Optimus. What did you make him out of? Water. Drift, I would be down to do commissions, but I'm not actually good at doing customs. I have everyone fooled into thinking I'm decent at this. I am actually really bad at this. Gamer Optimus because Hasbro won't give us Bakan figures. Yeah, it would be cool if Bakan figures were a little bit easier to get a hold of and not cost a couple $100. Don't want to add gold anywhere else. Oh, well, thank you, Motion. And I'm glad that, well, I don't know about doing a Walmart exclusive line with Bakan figures. I will say, though, it is nice to see Cannonball again. And Flame War. Honestly, though, Shattered Glass Flame War, not a fan of. They should have just released that with the pirate line. To me, this will be my Shattered Glass Flame War. Using the RID hot shot with RC's head. Like, because the official Shattered Glass Flame War, that's just Flame War. Like, no differences at all. It's kind of like that whole Shattered Glass Jazz thing. Like, oh, it's just jazz. You know, little lame, in my opinion. But oh yeah, so I have an idea to make Shattered Glass Lockdown out of Soundwave. I'm just have not been motivated to do it. Well, you know, they're a major corporation that's been around for. They're a multi-billion-dollar corporation. They're allowed to make some mistakes here and there. Alrighty, well, I am going to head on off. Like I said, it's been almost 2 hours. So I appreciate the y'all for showing up. Thank you for those who've stuck around from the beginning. And for those that are just recently joining in, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to cut things short for you. Yeah, hopefully all those people fired from Hasbro are able to get new work, because that it really sucks how they had those layoffs. But anywho, I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Happy belated Thanksgiving. God bless and stay safe out there. Watch out for the crazies and don't talk to strangers. Adios and peace out. Oh, yeah. One thing I hate about wintertime, I don't know if you can see it, my hands are super cracked. Like, as soon as it gets below 50 degrees, my hands look like a 70-year-old's. Just look at that. That's gross. Ugh.